change. Yeah. Oh, wow.
But they say Bidenomics is working. Booming economy, though. Everybody's doing great. No. You got situations like this.
Wait, what is this dude doing? Do you see him over there? Do you see him?
Did he just?
You see him? Wow.
Shout out to this guy right here.
That is so
Whomever
nice.
you are. Great man.
Yeah, she's going to the gas station.
People shouldn't be in situations like she was in.
So it's this guy, he just pumped this lady's gas over here and he left.
Look, she noticed.
Wow.
And look, nobody's around, so I can't believe I just saw that.
There's still good people out here. Forget Bidenomics.
Watching that video brought me to tears because it reminded me of this time like 10 years ago. I was pregnant with my fourth child, the most horrendous pregnancy. I had severe morning sickness. It's not just your average typical pregnancy morning sickness called hyperemesis. It's categorized by I had a home health nurse coming in to give me IVs at home, and I was constantly in and out of the emergency room getting fluids because I was so sick. I was throwing up from 6 weeks until in the delivery room, giving birth and still throwing up. I didn't stop throwing up until my baby came out. But anyway, we were struggling. It was really rough. It was just my husband working. My family couldn't even cook in my house. Even just the smell of food cooking made me terribly sick. So anyways, it was a really rough time financially. During Christmas, this was back in the day when for Christmas, I would put toys on layaway and stuff for my kids around Christmas time to be able to afford to get them gifts, right? You had to pick up your layaway by a certain day, and so it was the day to pick my layaway up. We had scraped up the last little bit of money to be able to get the layaway off, right? And so I it was at Walmart. I go into the Walmart and I give her my receipt, and they, you have to wait for them to go back in the back of the warehouse area and bring out your items. And so she comes from the back with my stuff, and they put it in my basket for me. I'm holding my money in my hand to pay for the remaining balance. It was like $150 is what was left, something like that. And she takes the receipt, and then she hands me $2 and some change back, right? She didn't take my money. She handed me $2 and change, and I'm like, what's this for? And she was like, oh, it's some of your stuff went, it's on sale right now, so it's a $2 difference from one of your items, so you get the $2 back. And I'm like, no, but I have a balance of $150-ish. I don't remember exactly. And she said, no, you don't. It's paid off. And then I'm like, wait, are you sure? No, that's not right. That can't be right. And so she's looking, and she's like, no, it's paid. She said, oh, I see what happened. Somebody came in and paid off all the layaways that had toys on them. Oh, just thinking about it, I get emotional about it. It was when you are at a point when you are struggling like that, and someone, just from the generosity and the kindness of their heart, does something. It may have been so small to them, but not only did, it made it where I was able to, we was able to take that $150 and put it towards something else that we needed, but it just was such an affirmation that there are still good people in the world, and it's just little things like that. It just reminded me of that story, how seeing the lady come out and realize she's scraping up change to try to get, a gallon of gas, and this person just feels her take up and leaves and goes on, not even looking for any sort of praise. It's just stuff like that just people don't realize the smallest little things. Small little acts of kindness like that, other people witness it, it inspires them to want to do acts of kindness for someone else as well. And so, I don't know, I was just touched by that, and to see her reaction, thanking God, because, you can tell this lady's going through it just in that moment of just oh, thank God, I needed this gas. I remember this one time too, years ago. I was at the gas station, and it was a very similar situation, but the lady was at the register. she was at the register in front of me. I'm checking out. I have, like, you know, my stuff in hand. I'm about to pay for my gas, and she's in front of me, and she's counting out change. And the lady paid for her gas and then left. She was like $2 worth of gas she had in there. And so I'm telling the lady, like, shoot, you know, I don't know, put $20 in her tank. I don't remember, whatever it was that I had her put in there. And the lady was like, by the time I was finished checking out, the lady was getting ready to leave. And I had to rush out there like, no, I put more money in there. That's the only reason I even stopped her, because I didn't want her to not get the gas. And she just was like, oh my gosh, like, I have a court hearing. You know, I'm going through a custody battle with the father of my child. And I was like, I couldn't miss this hearing, and you have no idea. And it just be the little things like that that, I don't know, I just hope that these kind of little, when you see somebody doing something, it inspires you to know that, for one, I'm a firm believer that God puts us in certain places and certain times to be a blessing to certain people when they need it. And if God placed something on your heart to help and you can do it, do it. You know, you have no idea how your act of kindness could make such a huge difference in somebody's life, you know? But anyways, that was it. My mosquito bite is better. It's going down, but my face is still kind of swollen. I had a really bad reaction. But anyways, all right, TikTok.